Number 15. Fake Batman. The late Heath Ledger's role as the Joker is nothing short of legendary. What makes the Joker so terrifying is that he just wanted to watch the world burn with no fear of death. Part of his plan is kidnapping the people impersonating Batman and killing them unless the real Batman unmasks himself.
You better be, because they get anything on you. And those criminals are back on the streets, followed swiftly by you and me.
This man was one of those victims who the real Batman had told to stop impersonating him. The Joker then releases a video of that man tied to a chair in his Batman outfit.
Oh, and every day he doesn't, people will die. Starting tonight. I'm a man of my word.
The aggression and pure insanity of the Joker is so powerful in this scene, plus the video gives off a found footage vibe which definitely contributes to the horror. Number 14. Large Marge. Pee-wee's Big Adventure follows Pee-wee Herman, who's on a cross-country journey to find his bike. While hitchhiking, he's picked up by a trucker named Large Marge. During their trip, Large Marge seems friendly at first, but Pee-wee sees a different side of her later on.
When they finally pulled the driver's body from the twisted, burning wreck, it looked like this.
Her transformation is so unexpected and is basically a jump scare in a children's movie. If you watched this movie as a kid, it's pretty likely this scene traumatized you, and for good reason. Number 13. The Pale Man. Pan's Labyrinth follows Ophelia, who encounters a faun named Pan while exploring an ancient maze. Pan tells her that she's a lost princess and must complete 3 tasks to become immortal. The scene takes place during the second task, retrieving a dagger from the lair of the Pale Man. He sits silently at the table until Ophelia eats a grape even though she was told not to. The suspense slowly grows as the Pale Man sits there in complete silence as we wait for him to come to life. When he finally does, his eyes and his hands is pure nightmare fuel. Number 12. The Alien Sighting. M. Night Shyamalan's science fiction thriller Signs is easily one of his best movies, starring Mel Gibson as a conflicted pastor named Graham who begins to see crop circles on his Pennsylvania farm. In this scene, Graham's younger brother is watching a news report showing a video from a birthday party in Brazil. He screams for the children to move before this happens. It's the atmosphere that really makes this jump scare special as the suspense continues to rise. Number 11. The Diner Scene. Crime film Mulholland Drive follows Betty, an actress, and Rita, a woman who has amnesia. The scene in particular has nothing to do with them though, and takes place early in the movie. 2 men are sitting at a diner, and one tells the other about a nightmare he recently had. He's paranoid the monster actually exists behind the diner, which prompts them to investigate there. No one saw this jump scare coming, and that's what makes it so great. It looks like the man even had the same reaction I'm sure so many of us had as well. Number 10. The Baby on the Ceiling. Trainspotting is a cult classic about 5 friends who all go through some stage of drug abuse. Renton attempts to get clean but relapses along with his friends. One day, fellow addict Allison lets them know that her baby has passed due to neglect and blames them. He relapses again after joining a drug program, and his parents lock him in his old bedroom to go cold turkey. The hallucinations is what makes this scene scary.
Stop!
Allison's baby crawling up the ceiling and his head spinning completely backwards is enough to give anyone chills. Number 9. Babyface. In Toy Story, Woody and Buzz are toys owned by Andy Davis. Woody is jealous of the attention Buzz is getting for being the new great toy. The toys are eventually taken by Andy's toy-abusing neighbor Sid. At Sid's house, Woody and Buzz encounter the mutant toys that Sid created.
Come out here. Do you know a way out of here?
Babyface, the leader of the mutant toys, is horrifying with its one-eyed doll head attached to a spider-like body. Additionally, the thought of Sid abusing and mutating toys when they are living beings with feelings does not help with the scary vibe the scene gives. On a lighter note, Sid actually makes an appearance in Toy Story 3. He's all grown up and is the local garbage man. Number 8. Judge Doom's True Identity. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a children's movie with both live action and animated characters. Detective Eddie Valiant is tasked with finding the actual killer of Marvin Acme. Later, at the crime scene, Eddie runs into Judge Doom, the man behind the murders of the Toons. A showdown occurs and Doom is run over by a steamroller.
Remember me, Eddie?
When I kill your brother, I talk. Yes!
It's revealed that Judge Doom is a Toon, and it happens in such a scary way. The combination of Doom's regeneration and his buggy eyes is the reason for this. It's certainly a terrifying moment for a kids movie. Number 7. The Pink Elephants. This classic Walt Disney movie follows Dumbo, who is teased by others for his huge ears. His mother defends him but loses her temper and is locked up by the circus trainers. After a visit with his imprisoned mother, Dumbo drinks from a bucket that was spiked with champagne. He gets drunk and begins to hallucinate.
Look out, they're walking around the bed, on their head, clippity-cloppity, parade, in braid, pink elephants on parade.
What'll I do? What'll I do? What an unusual view.
The Pink Elephants with the dark music in the background is definitely scary. Children who watched this movie definitely didn't understand that Dumbo was drunk, making the scene both confusing and terrifying. Number 6. The Hallucinations. Requiem for a Dream is a drama that brutally shows the effects of drug addiction. This topic would definitely have some scary scenes in a non-traditional way, but still horrifying nonetheless. The film follows 4 characters, one being an elderly woman named Sarah. She begins taking amphetamines from a doctor to help lose weight because she was invited to appear on her favorite game show. She takes the pills to a point that she's completely delusional. This movie is very saddening due to seeing the effects of drug abuse. What makes the scene even worse is because Sarah is an elderly woman who did not know what she was getting into. Number 5. Bob Appears. Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me serves as a prequel to the Twin Peaks TV show. It follows Laura Palmer, whose murder takes place right before the events of the TV show. She thinks she's being stalked by a murderous man named Bob, but her friends tell her that he isn't real. Laura comes home after her work shift and slowly walks to her room while extremely paranoid. The suspense of Bob having to appear at some point makes this scene so scary. Fans of the TV show knew this was gonna happen, but no one anticipated him making his first appearance this way. Number 4. Opening of the Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the first movie in the Indiana Jones franchise. Jones eventually learns that the Nazis are looking for the Ark of the Covenant because they believe it will make them invincible. The headpiece that would lead them to the Ark is in possession of Marion, who had a romantic relationship with Indiana Jones. In this scene, the Nazis have tied up Indiana and Marion so that they can witness the opening of the Ark. The effects of opening the Ark is horrifying as it destroys everyone in its path, except for Indiana and Marion. The ghosts shown before the destruction definitely adds to the scary factor in the scene as well. Number 3. Bilbos Transformation. There's no doubt that Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings is a fantastic fantasy trilogy. The ring is necessary for the survival of the evil Sauron, which was found by Bilbo Baggins 60 years earlier. This ring is now in the possession of Bilbo's nephew Frodo. The scene visualizes the power that the ring possesses and probably made every viewer jump in the process.
And it's times like that, my lad, when you have to be extra careful. Here's a pretty thing. Me thrill.
No one would expect a jump scare in a movie like this, but the use of it so effectively showed the control it has on its possessor. This also prepared us for Smeagol, which is that monster in a permanent form. Number 2, the Flying Monkeys. Who figured a movie like The Wizard of Oz would be on this list? Not only was it released in 1939, but it is widely considered as one of the greatest family movies ever made. The movie follows Dorothy, who's trying to find a way back home after she is taken to the land of Oz in a tornado. She is tasked with bringing the wizard the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West. The witch sends her flying monkeys to protect herself, and they attack Dorothy, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion. These monkeys look absolutely nightmarish for starters, and the scene is hectic as Scarecrow is torn apart and Dorothy is kidnapped. Considering most of us saw this movie as children, the scene will always leave a terrifying nostalgic feel. Number 1, The Tunnel Ride. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is a classic children's movie, and no one saw the scene coming in the 1971 version. Charlie wins a ticket to take a tour inside Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and takes along his grandpa with him. At one point in the tour, the crew takes a boat ride on the Chocolate River. They enter a tunnel, which becomes psychedelic before things go to complete chaos.
The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing.
Wonka's poem is easily the scariest part of this scene. All the other actors' reactions in this scene are completely genuine, as they thought Gene Wilder, who played Wonka, had gone completely mad. Thanks for checking out this countdown. Be sure to subscribe as we upload new videos every week. It'd really mean a lot if you join the notification squad by clicking this gear button, checking this box, and then clicking save. See ya.